Previously, my hardcore rogue adventure almost came to an end at the hands of High Chief Winterfall. In this episode, I am hoping to move past that and move closer to the goal of hitting level 60 as we really are in the home stretch. I found the Chimera fields. Didn't even interrupt there. Their hitbox is deceptively small. Like, it looks like you're in it sometimes, but then you gotta like take an extra step. There is generally a lot of chimeras around here though, so it's not surprising that there is a lot right here. I don't feel mega safe where I am right now, not gonna lie. Don't like this little valley that I've got going on right here. I wouldn't mind heading down to Dark Whisper Gorge. Like, there are some quests that I'll be doing down here, but I wouldn't mind heading down to Dark Whisper Gorge and getting that cape upgrade. I'm always worried when I'm traveling down here about the frickin' dragon. So, Emperor Pharisian death. Pharisian randomly, sometimes, randomly just hits someone and they die. Like, they just stop existing. He'll just target you for a second and then you'll be dead. Alright. So I just gotta go down here and, you know, do that. I don't need to do anything there right now. I wonder if these guys can be gouge-kited. Here I was hoping I could avoid the bear. But the big fella was like, no, I'm not gonna cast until the bear is with me. Bear is my friend. At least he gave me a horn. No beer assistance system. Hey, we did it. I actually finished the quest.
How are you? Be good. Off with you.
You cape.
What's on your mind?
1,000 experience and a cape with 5 more agility. But I'm just going to be grinding these until 58. Just because I want that extra level so I can finish off this zone before I move on. I say we have to use our own strength. We're still pretty strong. Damn, I was hoping for a Kroll Blade in that cheese. But hey, it's not the first time I've done beer farming for a little bit. It's kind of part of vanilla WoW is every now and then you just stop by in Winter, Spring or Foulwood and just kill bears. Bear people. Kind of impressive that my bows have been hidden so many attacks, especially against High Chief Winterfall when I shot him and killed him. Like, my bows are just over 200, but the fact that I landed that attack was, you know, quite lucky. Kind of also lucky he didn't frost shock me as I vanished, or, you know, frost shock as I shot him, rather. I did get extremely lucky with that kill. And there were such things like Whipperroot Tuber or using blind. Things that I had in my pocket that I completely didn't think about in the heat of the moment. That's why I was like, man, it's funny how different you play when you're in a stressful situation compared to when you're clearly thinking. Some dude in guild just said something, so I looked I shift clicked on them, which shows like who they are. It's like gives you a rundown, like human warrior or whatever, level whatever. Because I've seen that name before and I remember him dying, so I just wanted to see. But apparently it says 0 players. So he doesn't actually exist, but he's talking. If I do make it to 59 today, I can do 3 cloth turn-ins right now. I think after Eastern Plague Lands, so I should have enough to be able to do all 4. Basically, we'll be handed in rune cloth for like, I think it's like 7k experience per. Might be more, might be less. Man, this guy's totem in the heath out. There we go. Level 58. More lethality. Then head down here, do the Enraged Wildkin. Hopefully this is an escort quest, so a little bit more challenging, but hopefully should be able to do it. Considering what I did last time, I'm sure we can. Man. I've run down this little stretch of road so many times in my 19 years of playing this game. But it always feels nice to just run down here. It's like, it's a nice zone, man. There's dangers around, but compared to every other high level zone, the dangers are minimal. There's a danger right there, actually. That is one of the dangers of the zone. These guys have pockets? No. Thought not. To get to that crate. These are the mobs that I used to farm for my epic mount. Not at this camp because there's not many of them, but they are the same mobs as the ones up here. And then when I played Classic WoW, I just went to Strathholm like 30 times and had my epic mount. It didn't take long at all. But back in the day... Back in the day, things were different. I didn't have that knowledge of just running the same dungeon that gives the most amount of money. Alright, now that we have that quest, we can do the escort and hopefully get the blue feathered amulet with it. Min-maxing. If I need to retreat and let her die, it is what it is. I forgot to pick up the supplies, apparently. Blue light. It's strange, Frankie. What do you think that means? Means that you should aggro that mob. Yeah, these guys do a moonfire. They're even worse. Especially as a rogue. You have moonfire on you, it cuts down. Roll of Spirit. It's a nice thing to have for this quest. It looks like these were cleared just before I got here, so they might all be respawning on me as I'm doing the quest. That's a little bit worrying, but hopefully not too much of an issue. Please, like this while I'm channeling, okay? Okay, let's get going. Now we need to do it, what, 3 more times? I'm gonna go into all the caves and then walk up here. Frankie, it is time for the final step. We must activate the altar. I will read the words carved into the stone. You must find a way to light it. Doing it. The altar is glowing. We have done it. She just walks into it. Touch it again. Whoa. We made it green. What is happening? Look. Dead people. Who has disturbed the altar of the goddess? It has been many years. Please, priestesses, forgive us our intrusion. They talk so fast. This is a sacred place. We will show you. Okay, a giant crystal. Don't know what that means, but something. The gem once allowed direct communication with Elune herself. So overpowered. Through this gem, Elune channeled her infinite wisdom. Realizing that the gem needed to be protected, we turned to the goddess herself. Soon after, we began to have visions of a creature with the feathers of an owl and the might of a bear. The owl bears. It was on that day that the Wildkin were given to us, fierce guardians. The goddess assigned the Wildkin to protect all of her sacred places. But now, many years later, holy shit, the Wildkin have grown more feral, and without the guidance of the goddess, they are confused. Without a purpose, they wander. But many find their way back to the sacred areas that they once were sworn to protect. They talk so fast, man. But we basically learned what we needed to know. I'll say you, Rainshallow. It was insightful, wasn't it? Thank you for your help, Frankie. I wish you well in your adventures. And she wants to stay here and reflect. We need to go to Rutfiren village again, which is Darnassus.
Hello.
Enjoy your stay here and reflect.
How may I help?
Wildkin of Elune. Speak to Archdruid Fandral Staghelm. And I get items that aren't really good for me. This looks so cool on the tooltip, and then you look at it in game and it's like... Dick.
Goodbye.
Kinda rubbish. Like a gold weapon. And then you get a little stick. I just want 2 gold. Thanks, man.
Speak quickly.
And that's that quest done. You know, I wish there was more of it, because it could be a really interesting quest line, but it just ends. Maybe in the future. But where's the rest of it? We haven't seen this lady for a while, you know. It's been a fair few levels. I remember the first video I released on hardcore, I did this. New sprint, new kick, more damage. Don't really need anything else. The best thing about Rogue, so usually classes have to like, they have ranks of abilities, right? But because Rogues all do the same thing and cost the same energy, they all just update themselves, so you always got the highest rank. Warrior does the same, but there's like mana classes has to sort through like 500 pages of abilities. Hurf, I guess. Yeah, seems good. Hurf over, we're heading to the Plague Lands again.